looks like we're ready for our next match.
We were supposed to take a break, but then we ranted against each other the whole time.
We'll have to shelve that for now.
Honestly, I feel like it's very controversial. I can definitely argue the benefits of tank drop for sure. I agree. It does make the game less stale.
I think the benefits outweigh the costs. Though.
I think,
I think Terran players in TVT need to suck it up.
It makes the game a lot faster paced too.
Yes.
I really don't like that they're buffing tank DPS, but they do need to give them something.
That's the problem, though.
Buffing the DPS is definitely kind of forced Terran.
Anything that buffs the Vilo is wrong.
It just makes them want to go mech.
Anything that buffs the Vilo is wrong. I don't care what anyone says in the game. That is the worst direction you can possibly go. A Vilo is a representation of what is wrong with StarCraft.
I can fight both our points. Like, I do think it's very controversial. I don't think it's like 100% either way. Personally, I think...
Well, we've got a vertical spawn here between Witowsky and Toe. We've got Toe on the top.
Annie, who would you say vertical spawns favors in this matchup?
I definitely think Zerg.
I would say in these vertical spawns it does favor Zerg, because as long as Toe sees it, because if he sees it, he can... Oh, actually, sorry, no, I was mixing it up. I think this favors Witowsky a little more.
I would agree.
Yeah. I was thinking that...
the thing about any vertical spawn or horizontal spawn, it doesn't really... I feel like it's... like, if your third is pointed towards it, it's a bad thing. If your net's pointed towards them, it's a bad thing. Like, either way, it's kind of bad. It's not like, oh,
well, I don't know.
vertical
really
spawns, game's over. I do think if you get a close position spawn, it always favors the person that isn't Zerg. Unless the Zerg player is doing something super aggressive, and even then,
it depends on what Toe does.
Rush distance doesn't really matter for those races. Like, Zerg is very mobile in general, unless it's like Ravager. Even Ravager is pretty mobile, but
the thing about
cross positions, like, literally, it can change aggression, period. Like, it can be big enough that you could have your
multiple
wave
units
of
out
army
that you normally wouldn't have
that you're producing in response to the army that you have seen, and it finishes as opposed to it not finishing with its close spawn.
I think that Witowsky is going to end up taking the third that's right next to his open ramp, because it's away from the Zerg player.
He's going to have to take the in base. The other base isn't that much farther from his opponent.
Has he not? He hasn't built a cyber core yet.
I think that's a mistake. He has a lot of gas. No, that's 100% a mistake. He has 300 gas.
He thought that second gateway was a cyber core for sure.
Or he meant to build it. He's going to be very sad. He still hasn't built it. He's going to be insanely sad. I would be very surprised if we didn't see him type something after he. I feel like the observer should tell him. Because I'm pretty sad for him right now.
Yes,
oh, there
just realizing it now. Oh, he might actually be.
If I was him, I would have GG'd.
To be honest,
because literally you die to everything.
Yes.
Your
these lings, so and there are speed on these lings. These are just going to straight up kill him.
No mothership core, no stargates.
He is starting up 2 zealots, but that's way too late.
These are gonna. I mean, like, he has so many lings already. He's just gonna kill all the saturation. He could even get the third.
Go straight
right now. Yeah, he should just go to the NAD, honestly. I don't think there's a rush on killing these probes, but maybe. I mean, I feel like this is the one thing that...
No, there's too many lings. It doesn't even matter, to be honest.
Yeah.
The only thing would have been if Witowsky had delayed by going to the natural.
I don't know. I always have, like, nightmares going into the mineral line.
Yes,
like, you have those, like, flashbacks where, like, you're playing against Neeb and he just holds and doesn't lose any workers at all because his micro is so good, or he's stacking or something.
The problem is there was just too many lings there.
Yeah, that was just a major mistake.
Yeah, that's too bad. But yeah, to go back to those spawn positions, I think if the spawn positions were different, they would have actually favored the Zerg player.
Yeah.
Because you can, as long as you can see that your opponent spawned top left or didn't spawn bottom right, because you can then take the out of base third.
Yeah.
And you're actually.
I agree with that.
There's nowhere that force fields are going to be a factor. Suddenly the rush distance is increased a great deal.
Yeah.
But yeah.